Retro Ghetto.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto. So in this past week, I've made a whopping £500 in CEX vouchers. And the best thing about that is you can too. Now, I think it's probably the most amount of CEX vouchers I've ever had in one go because as you can see, I like to spend them, right? I like to buy video games, so they're usually burning a hole in my pocket. Now, this all began a few days ago when a friend of the channel, Alfie, reached out to me via Instagram and he sent me a link for an Amazon listing. Now, this listing was for SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is a 2020 remake of the 2003 action platform favourite. But here's where it gets interesting. The link he sent me was for the collector's edition. I think it's called the FUN edition. A large collector's piece, which I believe is £167.31. Now you might be thinking, well, why has he sent you that? Because that's a large amount of money to pay for a special edition on the Xbox One. Well, it's something which still bemuses me to this day. I think it was an Amazon error. I still believe that. When you put 3 of these items into your basket, rather than it being £501 and a few pence, it automatically referred to £45. Not each, but for all 3, which is astonishing, right? A saving of £456 again, plus a few pence. So, yeah, I somewhat dubiously, but immediately placed an order for 3 of these. The reason I was a little bit tentative was, I've seen this before with different collector's editions. When something goes very cheap, it happened recently with the Street Fighter 6 collector's edition. What happens is loads of people buy them, loads of people trade them into CEX, and the CEX voucher price falls through the floor. And I didn't want to be lumbered with loads of SpongeBob collector's editions. But it wasn't until the next day I had a bit more time and I investigated it a bit further, and I noticed upon looking at the Amazon listing that there was only 4 of these SpongeBob collector's editions left in stock, which means there was only the availability for once more to buy 3 for £45. So the following day, I bought 3 more of them, and yeah, to be honest, that's just where the story begins, because there was more collector's editions than just this one. But when the first lot arrived a couple of days later, I decided to start vlogging the process because I could feel that something quite exciting was happening, so enjoy. Right, okay, so as you can see, I've had a delivery. The first 3 of the SpongeBob collector's editions have arrived. Now, guess how many are in this box here? Wrong! 1. If you think that is a big box, get ready for this. Hiya! Look at this. Honestly, I'm glad the missus ate home. And I'm glad I didn't order 6 of these things in one go. This is just 3 of them. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm glad I staggered it because, yeah, I wouldn't get 6 in my car. Right, okay, let me grab a knife and let's at least take a look at one of these things whilst we've got them in our possession. Here we go. So, yeah. I'm hoping as well they're not all battered, because you never know with Amazon, right? If these things are like really badly conditioned, I don't want to be in a position where CEX are refusing them. Now, sadly, these arrived too late in the day for us to take them today, because my plan is to get rid of these as soon as possible, right? Get them in, get them out. I'm scared about the prices changing, although, as we've already looked at briefly, it shouldn't happen because there's hardly any of these in stock. I don't think that offer can be utilised again because I think there was 4 in stock when I ordered 3. So you can't do the 3 for £45 and one's 100 and whatever it is. And there's still not loads in at CEX. So I don't think there's any danger of the price changing, but we don't want to tempt fate. And yeah, I don't want to hang about. And plus I ain't got the space to house all these things. This is huge. Oh my gosh. I mean, they must be losing some money saying these are £45. Even just to manufacture it, right? It's heavy as well. Right, let's see if we can get it out. Right, okay. I mean, I've not even ever looked at what is actually in this box. All I've looked at is the price. Okay, so we've got a SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, the FUN Fun Edition. And, right, okay, so this to be why it's so big that it looks like it comes with this big statue. I don't know if that's 3 pieces or 1. A pair of socks, stickers, postcards, key rings, all that good stuff. Faithful remake to one of the best SpongeBob games ever created. High-end visuals, modern resolutions, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. 6 art prints, 7 sheets of unique wall stickers, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom tennis socks, gutted. I'm not going to get to keep the socks. SpongeBob NPVC figurine with golden spatula, flexible tongue. So it's 20 centimeters in height. Oh, that's just one. Yeah, so it comes with 3 statues basically. And then you put the 3 together. And also comes with a set of Tiki key rings. So this thing is absolutely massive. Would this even fit on a... Ooh, it's a tight fit. I was seeing if it would fit on a Billy Bookcase shelf. Because for me, if it don't fit on a Billy Bookcase or a console don't fit in a Kallax, we don't want it. This is tight. You could probably just about make it fit. Let's move on. But yes, it's in good condition as well. So delighted with that. This is the first 3. Tomorrow, we're going to be taking these straight to my local CEX. I've got a great relationship with CEX now. I think certain CEXs, obviously it's different rules, different franchises, but I think there's kind of a company policy that they can refuse more than 2 of any item. So if you rock up with 20 of the same game, they can refuse it. I've already spoke to the manager at my local CEX that I've got a fantastic relationship with, and he said he's happy to take 3 of these off me. So that's the first lot done. We ain't got to worry about that. We'll worry about the next 3 when they come. But yeah, man, all good so far. Right, so I decided to get them all unboxed now and get them prepped and get them in my car ready for the morning. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of cardboard. But more importantly, they are all in really nice condition. All got the seal intact, no dents, no nothing, which is quite rare for Amazon, especially something of this size, right? So yeah, really happy with that. My friend, which made me aware of these in the first place, when he had his delivered, one of them that they sent him was a PS4 one, even though he ordered 3 Xbox One, and the PS4 one's actually got more value, so it worked out better for him. I'm not going to complain that these are all Xbox One. I think I've got a decent enough profit anyway, but yeah, let's get them to CEX in the morning, shall we? Okay, so it's the following day, and as you can see, I've made the trip. I've got my SpongeBobs in the car with me. This is probably going to take a couple of trips to get these to CEX, unless I can find a kind staff member to help me. So yeah, I probably won't be able to film this process, but hopefully I'll be checking back in with a nice voucher. Right, I'm on the second trip, just on with the 1 this time, and yeah, this is only half time really, isn't it? Because I've got to rush back for the second Amazon delivery of another 3. And then I've got to get creative about where we're going to take them to, because I don't want to give my local 6. It's kind of them to take 3. So yeah, I might have to do some traveling to get rid of the next 3. But even that might not be the end of the story, because there's some other collector's editions that you can double your money on. So these are better than doubling your money, but there's some Switch collector's editions that you can, I think, yeah, it's like double your money, 50% return. So we might have to do that as well and build this voucher up and ultimately create such a voucher that we can buy something very, very special. Okay, so that was very much job done, and as you can see, £168 voucher. Not bad for £45, but still got to earn that money because we've got to sort all this cardboard out because the next 3 have arrived. I've checked, they are all Xbox Ones, still no PlayStation 4 version, unfortunately, but I'm certainly not going to complain. So yeah, the plan is to sort all this out now, get rid of all this cardboard, then in the morning we're going to Stafford. I'm going to try and offload at least 2 of these collector's editions to Stafford CEX, then we'll try and get rid of the other ones somewhere else on the way home. I'm then going to sit down and look at those Nintendo Switch collector's editions that I spoke about and probably order 3 of each. I think it's the same again, £45 for 3. So yeah, I think that's the next plan of action. And then in terms of vouchers, once I've got another one of these, you're looking at what, roughly 140. Then if I do order 2 lots of the Switch collector's versions after this, that should return another 2 lots of 90. So that should put us over £500 in terms of vouchers, right? If my maths are correct, which they aren't always. So yeah, let's get rid of the cardboard. Let's offload these next 3. And then we'll tackle the Nintendo Switch Collector's Editions from here.
Ghetto.
Quick pit stop. Yeah, we're heading to Stafford CEX to get rid of a couple more of these. And that just leaves 1. I think we're going to head to Chesterfield later on today. So yeah, hopefully we'll have all the vouchers in. Yeah. Nice to see inside. Okay, job done. Another 2 collector's editions gone into the CEX system. This store wanted to open them both, so they had to go through each one individually. He said he knew they were sealed, but he said the cameras are watching, so policy, which was good because I got to see inside, and now I know why that box is so big, right? The statues are massive. I mean, if you're a big SpongeBob fan, it's a great collector's edition. 180 quid's worth, I'm not too sure about. I'll let you make your own mind up on that one. But yeah, we've just got 1 more to get rid of now. I think I'm going to place my order for those Switch collector's editions today. Yeah, just to keep this CEX voucher train rolling. Let's go. Okay, so we've reached the final destination when it comes to SpongeBob and SquarePants Collector's Editions. I'm in Chesterfield. I don't know where I'm going. I don't really know the area. So I'm just a bloke right now wandering the streets, carrying a big SpongeBob Collector's Edition. But yeah, first stop CEX. Let's go and get rid of this, shall we? Well, thank God for that. That is the last of the SpongeBob SquarePants Collector's Editions done. I've never got to carry another SpongeBob through a city centre, which is a conversation or a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. Let's go to the next one.
Retro Ghetto.
Right, okay, it's the next day, and due to good old Amazon Prime, those Switch games that I spoke about yesterday are here. So I mentioned that there was 2 different Nintendo Switch Collector's Editions that you could double your money on. Well, sadly, one of them sold out. I mean, I don't know how, because these things are so difficult to find the deal on. I never would have found them on my own. You basically have to go into... You have to find the game, and then break it down into buying options, and then from the buying options you have to go into a specific price, which isn't the cheapest price, and that one will allow you to break it down into... Putting in 3 of them in the basket, will then reduce it down to £45. I don't know. Shout out to the guy that told me about them, because yeah, I never would have found these things. But yeah, I think the one that sold out was called Beyond Steel and Sky. Beyond a Steel Sky, sorry. It was the Ultra Edition, which is a 2020 action-adventure game. And it actually RRP'd for £101.63. It was reduced on Amazon to £54.99, and again, you could do 3 for £45. However, thankfully, the other game was in stock, so, you know, I did what any guy would do, and I bought 6 of them. So, let's take a look as to what that game is. We'll open this one, yeah, because I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of damage on the box, so I just want to make sure that these are okay. So these are exactly the same, in as much as it's 3 to £45. And they return £30 each trade voucher, so £90 effectively doubling your money. So there's £180 of CEX vouchers theoretically sat here, and they're a lot smaller, thankfully, than the SpongeBob ones. And that is The Many Pieces of Mr. Koo, the Collector's Edition. So, according to the eShop, this reads as a 2020 whimsical point-and-click adventure featuring hand-drawn animations and hilarious puzzles. It's quite a nice little set, actually. I think it's this size because it's got a vinyl record inside it. It also looks to have a jigsaw, which obviously works with the theme of the game. There also looks to be a sketchbook, stickers, and all that kind of thing. And actually looks like a really interesting game with like a very unique art style. But even if this game was something I'd enjoy, I don't have room in the 3.0 for big collector's editions like this. So yeah, we'll be getting rid of these. Like I say, I've got 6 of these things. So I'm going to be heading back to my local CEX tomorrow. I tell you, I've had to earn these vouchers, right? This has been a non-stop whirlwind of Amazon deliveries, getting rid of cardboard, going around to different CEXs and then repeating the process. I mean, it would have been easier if I just ordered 6 SpongeBob and 6 pieces of Mr. Koo in one go. But like I said, I think when you're outlaying that kind of money, you just want to sort of make sure that everything's going the way you want it to go and that the prices aren't going to drastically drop. And there's definitely no real danger of that happening with these because there's only 2 of these currently in stock of the entire CEX network. So even with all 6 of these going in, I don't envisage the price changing. And I just recently, before I started recording, checked on the SpongeBob FUN editions that I traded in, and they're still sitting at the same price, even with the 6 that I put into the network over the last couple of days. So yeah, we shouldn't have any issues. There should be another nice £180 voucher here. So next time you see me, we should be at another CEX offloading some more special editions. Okay, so I'm here in Derby, a bag full of Switch Collector's Editions on what is hopefully the final day of this mission to get to £500 CEX vouchers. I've got 6 left now that I need to get rid of. So yeah, Derby City Centre is the first stop. Okay, so I managed to get rid of 2 of them. I'm surprised we've not ran into this issue before, but theoretically, if you sell more than 2 of something to CEX, they can ring head office and they can exchange it for a lesser value, so like a trader value. So they take a percentage off. So I said, don't worry about that. So I sold them 2. There is a smaller CEX deeper into Derby, mostly mobile phones. So we're going to go there, try and get rid of this last of the 3 before we then head somewhere else to get rid of the final 3. Okay, and with that done, let's go and get rid of the last 3, shall we? I'm ready. So there we have it, the final £90 CEX voucher, giving us a total of £516 in store trade credit. Not bad for just £180 of real world cash money spent to get here on a huge value of RRP. The recommended retail price of the items that I purchased for £180 is a whopping £1,543.80. And yeah, I did check just before recording this outro. The Switch Collector's Edition of Mr. Koo is still live on Amazon at the same price. And as of time of recording, CEX are still giving the same trade-in value. So, as it stands, as I'm recording this, you can go and effectively double your money. Obviously, CEX can amend their prices at any given time, but as it stands, fill your boots, right? Because, yeah, for me, whilst this might be the end of this episode, This journey is just beginning. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid at Christmas. I've got £500 of guilt-free spends at CEX. I've already spent hours trawling through the CEX app to see what's in stock, adding things to my basket, removing things from my basket, somehow ending up with £800 worth of stuff in my basket, because, I mean, that's just what we do, right? No matter how much I get, I always want to spend a bit more. But yeah, so make sure you keep it locked to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do, because there's going to be one hell of a CEX lottery coming soon on the channel, and yeah, I for one cannot wait. I once again, of course, want to give a massive shout out to Alfie, who put me on to these deals on Amazon. Without him, none of this would have been possible, so massive shout out to you once again, my friend, and thank you to everybody for taking the time to watch this one. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed going on this journey, and yeah, you can probably see how excited I am. I'm going to get straight on the CEX app as soon as I finish recording this. But as always, play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
You're watching the Retro Ghetto.
Ghetto.
Ghetto!
Yeah.